So what we're working on is to work towards a safer place for trans and gender diverse, non-binary, feminine identified people to seek safe shelter here in Saskatchewan.
It was because we see the need for more respectful and sensitive services for trans women and those along the gender orientation, sexual orientation spectrum. We know from research that trans women experience the highest rates of all demographics in terms of intimate partner violence, and we just really felt that it was important as within shelters that we support those people who are in the greatest need.
We have gender and sexually diverse women seeking shelter. We need to know how and to respectfully invite them in. That's the biggest thing right now, is though we are willing to house them and want to be respectful, our houses often are set up in genderfied spaces for gender diverse, trans women, non-binary individuals. We're so scared we're going to get turned away that we know we're going to give up if we ask and we're turned away. So we don't ask.
Creating a welcoming and warm space for everyone is super important, and I think it's also important because we need to learn from people of experience. And if you want to provide the best service possible, you would need to always be exploring what does that look like. I think that's something that's super important to us to try to figure out how do we include people and how do we include people in a way that makes them feel safe.
We've identified a lot of challenges over the last 6 months, but really all it comes down to is a conversation as to why this is so important, so that people can build that empathetic connection as to why it has to happen, and then we start to move forward. To be a part of this at this moment in time, that we're actually having this conversation and creating safe space for all feminine identified individuals, and specifically feminine identified or gender diverse children, so that they can be respected in those spaces as well.
This issue has moved forward at an amazing speed in Saskatchewan. It's been so helpful having Laura in the role that she's in and coming out to meet our members and really putting a personal face on what it's like when you're a trans woman to be in a space where you may be made to feel that you have less of a right to be in that space, and that's not okay. So when you actually listen to Laura speak, I think it really brings home to all of us. People who work in the shelter sector are by and large very compassionate people who are there because they want to support victims of violence, intimate partner violence specifically. And I think we've learned a lot. We've come a long way.